Let's face it, running a private aviation business isn't for the faint of heart. You built something remarkable in one of the most demanding industries in the world. Your business is stable, your clients are happy, and the revenue is consistent. But let me ask you this. Does consistent really feel like enough? Because if you're like most operators I've spoken to, you know your business has untapped potential. You've seen glimpses of it. You know, that feeling that your operation could dominate the market, attract more affluent clients, and scale to new heights without burning yourself out. And yet, despite all the effort that you've put in, that potential feels just out of reach. Sound familiar? Look, the truth is, private aviation operates on a different playing field. Your clients aren't just looking for convenience, they're looking for trust, efficiency, and a luxury experience. While referrals and word of mouth have served you well in the past, they aren't enough to take you to the next level. Here's what I see time and time again: businesses getting stuck in what I call the cycle of stagnation. Now, first off, too many companies rely on outdated methods like referrals. Sure, they work, but they're not scalable. Number two, getting buried in day-to-day operations, leaving no time to focus on long-term growth. Number three, working with agencies that don't truly understand private aviation. They follow generic strategies that might work elsewhere, but they fall flat when it comes to attracting high-value clients. And number four, taking a reactive approach instead of a proactive one. Waiting on leads instead of building a system that brings in consistent high-value clients. And what does that leave you with? A business that's stable but stuck, consistent but capped. And while things might seem fine, competitors who move faster and think bigger will eventually leave you behind. At this point, you have two options. The first is where nothing changes. You keep doing what's worked so far, but growth never really takes off. Competitors with better strategies start capturing market share. You stay busy, but the business stays the same. Now, let's picture the alternative. Imagine a predictable flow of high-value clients, a business that runs efficiently without you being in the trenches 24/7, a brand that commands authority in the market. That's not growth, that's freedom. And the difference between these two paths? The system behind them. At Flyvyn, we've spent months studying what separates thriving private aviation businesses from those that remain stuck. And what we've found is simple. Growth isn't accidental. It's the result of having the right systems in place, systems built for the unique challenges of private aviation. That's why we created the High Flyer Protocol, a framework designed to unlock your business's full potential by focusing on four key pillars. Number one, flight-ready leads. We all know that leads are the lifeblood of any business, but in private aviation, it's not just about quantity, it's about quality. You're not looking for random inquiries or tire kickers. You need clients who are serious, who trust your brand, and who are ready to book. That's where our system comes in. We've built a framework to attract precisely those kinds of high-value clients consistently. Imagine having a steady pipeline of opportunities that you can count on. That's what we deliver. Now, once you have a reliable stream of clients, the next challenge is making sure you're not buried in operational chaos. This is where the second pillar comes in: autopilot systems. Your time is too valuable to spend on repetitive manual tasks, and the reality is inefficiencies in your operations don't just waste time, they can cost you opportunities. That's why we focus on AI automation. From handling inquiries to follow-ups and beyond, we implement custom AI tools and processes that streamline everything. It's like putting your business on autopilot so you and your team can focus on what really matters. Now that your operations are running smoothly, the next step is maximizing every opportunity that comes through the door. That brings us to the third pillar: booking edge. When a potential client reaches out, you have a small window to turn that interest into a booked flight. Every extra step, delay, or friction point increases the chances they'll move on. We refine the entire journey, from the moment a potential client lands on your website to the second they confirm their flight. That means optimizing your website, tightening up your inquiry forms, and creating a seamless concierge-style booking experience that ensures more inquiries turn into actual flights. But, that's only half the battle, because getting clients is one thing, keeping them loyal and engaged, well, that's where businesses really scale. That brings us to the final and often underestimated pillar, client loyalty. The cost of acquiring a new client is significantly higher than retaining an existing one. Yet, so many businesses overlook the simple truth. We make sure your clients don't just fly with you once. Through personalized follow-ups, well-timed email sequences, and exclusive perks, we keep your brand front and center, creating such a seamless experience that your clients naturally become repeat customers and your best source of referrals. So there you have it. Leads that convert, systems that run on autopilot, a seamless sales process, and clients who keep coming back. That's the High Flyer protocol. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds great on paper, but how do I know it actually works? It's a fair question. Let me share a quick example. One of our clients faced the same challenges: stable revenue, but no real growth. Within 3 months of implementing the High Flyer protocol, they saw a 40% revenue increase while reducing workload. Now, another client, they doubled their bookings in under 4 weeks just by focusing on the first 2 pillars. And that's not extraordinary for us. I mean, it's what we do. The real question is, how long can you afford to wait? Because the longer you stay in the cycle of stagnation, the harder it becomes to break free. But with the right system, you can reclaim control, scale your business, and secure your position in the market. That's why we made the next step simple. Book a call with our team, not for a sales pitch, but for a real assessment of your business. We'll walk you through exactly how the High Flyer protocol works, highlight opportunities you might not even realize you're missing, and leave you with clarity on what's next. Click the button below to schedule your call now. This could be the moment everything changes for your business.